who have gone through hard times in life, if you need to forgive someone, do it, because the Lord can heal it. He did for us. And Larry was brought on stage. He sat, and kind of the full circle. He started with a big Jesus festival, ended with one. And we went over to the hotel afterwards with a circle of friends and sat there and shared and talked a little bit. And when it was finally time to go, he gave me a big hug and he said, "If I don't see you again, I'll see you in heaven."
The first time that I went to church was on a Sunday morning. And from what I'd heard, I figured to spend the old time yawning. At 18 years of age or so, I thought I knew it all. My hair was long, my jeans were tight. I loved a knife and buckle fight that provided mates stood left and right, and those who got were small. But my mates and me, we never been, so after church we filed. We marched in around 3 abreast, and straight down the middle aisle. Some of us were smoking cigs. Ron was sucking candies. We sat in what they called a pew. Then looked around to see just who came inside, and let me tell you, everyone dressed like dandies. And the row behind was full of dames. You should have seen their looks. And one old dear, she gave me a smile and offered me some books. We opened them up, passed them round. You should have seen the words, all made out like poetry is. And the words put us in a tiz. And Fred says through his lemon fizz, "These books is for the birds." Shh. One old lady says, and the whole place buzzed. And Sam turns and says, "Oh, do hush up, you make more noise than us." And we looked around the building then. It really was revealing. Sam says, "Hey mates, you get the score? There aren't no carpets on the floor. And see the rafters? They're so poor they can't afford a ceiling. Can't afford electric either, using candles everywhere. Colored windows like my granny's at the bottom of the stairs." "Shut your face," I says to Sammy. "I'm for listening, and so is Ron." And from the left, without a noise, came a line of little boys. And Sam says in a puzzled voice, "Phew, they've all got nighties on." Then came men in robes and banners. "Look at that one, must be queer. And they dare condemn us for the way we choose our gear?" Then came the minister, you know, the one whose job's to preach, the minister, what's his name? Those real long prayers and what he preaches sounds just about the same. It's, I came to church to listen, close, but I can't dig their chat. It's like shaking, shifting signs, and words like a judgment or reprimand. Well, me and me mates aren't used to talking to each other in the language quite like that. I'm used to talking with me mates with words that have a meaning. But that there church had to be the weirdest place I've ever been in. If people like that sort of stuff, well, let them, that's okay. But let me tell you what I feel. I feel we need someone who will deal in words and thoughts and things that are real. I listen to what he says. Me mum once said, "Son, Jesus came to help young men like you." But Jesus came so long ago, Mum, and I don't think it's true. But is there someone who can tell me right now, is Christ a myth? A madman's whim? Some say Christ can cure your sin. Is there a way to contact him? Or will I die not knowing how? Look, I only went to that place to see if they could offer hope. Everything I saw there was way outside my scope. Like afterwards, outside, was a beggar on the grass. He held his hand out to the people, and they'd smile, then they'd pass. I'm sure he reached for something real, for something more than cash. He begged them for a little cheer, and they all pretended not to hear. I get the message loud and clear. Church is middle class. Thank you.